For many console players, we didn't have much choice for The Sims. What little games were The Sims, The Sims Bustin Out, and Herb's Sims in the City. Then later we got the Sims 2 line of games, which were a mix of great to mediocre. I'm looking at you, Castaway. So today, we'll be looking at one of those console games I grew up with, playing religiously. This is The Sims Bustin Out. We'll be looking at the PlayStation 2 version, which had an emulation issue, but was easy to fix in the emulator settings. Anyways, let's stop daydreaming about Frenchin' hotties at the club and get our stuff back from Malcolm Landgrab. In Bustin' Out mode, which is the story mode, you create your sim and they daydream you're at a club called Club Rub making out with hotties. Yeah, the 2000s was a more freeform era of raunchy content, which, I mean, come on, it was the Jackass, Shrek, Skater Boy, and Blink 182 era after all. You know, the whole F. Bush eras with Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, and BMX. Anyways, but then you get woken up by your mother, who tells you Malcolm Landgrab has taken your scooter. He's in a rampage taking everything from everyone, and you are the hero of the story, busting out of your mother's house and into other people's homes, completing goals and getting their stuff back while making friends and partying along the way. You have many locations to live in and visit. Yes, you can visit other lots and not just live in them, including the free mode 3 lots you can visit. So go and see your free mode Sims sometime. This game has a lot of freedom. The title of the game is all about being free from the restrictions of old. So why not go to the science lab and conduct experiments, or go to the Goth Manor and deal with ghosts haunting the place, while also making out with Bella Goth. You can even help revive an art gallery, or work out at a gym and be a gym bro. Don't skip leg day. Heck, why not just live in a nightclub while you're at it? There's many places to visit and live, and it's all based on what career you have, the level, and what other goals you've completed. This means if you don't play all the careers and complete all the goals, you'll miss out on locations, sims, create sim items, social interactions, build mode, and buy mode objects.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
You can unlock all kinds of great gameplay by completing goals, such as befriending certain sims, using a certain social interaction, visiting other people, or getting a promotion in a certain career. The objects range from hot tubs to new skill objects and better furniture to fill your needs easier. Though I tend to just use cheats in these older games because needs decay way too fast, just like in The Sims 1 for PC. Now you may wonder, why would I switch careers and start all over again? Well, besides to complete goals, get new gameplay objects and stuff, you also get to keep your career progress. So if you're a level 9 scientist, you can come back to that level 9 career later after playing another. Plus, you want to complete goals, because otherwise you can't get sweet new rides, upgrade that scooter to a doom buggy, then to a hot rod. And depending on which career you max out will determine the ending that you get. Sadly though, you can only use your vehicle in Bustin' Out mode. In free mode, you're restricted to your home lot. The end goal of Bustin' Out mode is to unlock everything and take Malcolm Landgrab's mansion away from him by becoming more rich and powerful than him, while getting everyone's stuff back in turn. Overall, a lot of fun, and despite some slowdowns when the small window scene appears on screen, the game is still a lot of fun, even with the point and click controls, to which I'm not a fan of, and prefer the direct controls like in The Sims 2 for console and handheld. Honestly, I'll be coming back to complete everything eventually, but we need to move on to the other parts of the game in this review. Free mode isn't that great. It's just you create a sim or sims up to 4, then live on one of the 3 lots available forever. You can't visit other sims or lots, but they can visit you. You cannot have a car either because of this. This mode feels tacked on and ain't that fun, especially if you haven't played a lot of the Bustin' Out mode. You won't be able to use a lot of objects or social interactions till you unlock them in the story mode. The appeal of this mode is just creating more sims and playing with them. The one good thing about this mode is you can visit the free mode lots and the sims that you have created in Bustin' Out mode. So, as you play the story, you can be visited by your custom sims or go to their place to hang out. Yet, that's all there is to it. Honestly, if I didn't like creating Charlie and Muda in everything I play that lets me create other people in games, I wouldn't bother with this mode. Create a sim is very basic. You can't do much but pick a few presets of faces and a few hairs or shirts and whatnot. Unlike The Sims 2 where you can see everything on the console version of the game, here you can only move left and right till something appears that you like. So it's very clunky. You can also change the color of stuff, but only slightly, as not everything has many alternate colors. This means if you have a certain hair color, you may not be represented. If you want a certain color shirt, you may not get it. You can create male or female sims only, and only adult or children. But the children never age up, like in The Sims 1 for PC. After messing around, I made Charlie and Muda from Penguin Zero and Some Ordinary Gamers. Together, they live in the suburbs, raising an Asian boy as their own adoptive son. This brings us to build mode and buy mode. Before The Sims 4 merged everything under build mode, you had 2 separate categories for furniture and architecture. We'll start with build mode since you need a house to house your stuff. It's not that good. In fact, placing walls is the most clunky part. It takes non-stop trial and error to place walls and fencing just the way you want it. Outside of that, you got plenty of wallpapers, floors, doors, windows, and even fireplaces, and can build pools. Yeah, you get pools in this game. If you can afford it, that is. As the economy in this game is punishing. Which makes sense, this did come out in the Bush era.
But I, as an individual, strongly disagree with that view, and am deeply offended.
Once you build your home, which can be pretty huge as the lot's got plenty of space, you can furnish it with all kinds of goodies, like computers. Yes, computers look like this 20 years ago, Gen Z. Train sets, and even a strip poker table. Wait, what?
Boy, I'm a little hard right now, I ain't gonna lie.
You got workbenches, chess tables, mirrors, bookshelves, pianos that don't take up half the house, unlike in The Sims 4. You got tons of objects for children too, like a sandbox, unlike in The Sims 4, and a jungle gym with a pole, slide, and ladder, unlike in The Sims 4. I miss playing on those as a kid. You had to be rich to afford those things. I did have a plastic one for a little while. And then eventually my father did build a tree fort for me and my sister. But anyways, there's plenty of stuff to buy and play with. Just keep stuff away from the fireplace. I learned that the hard way. Damn boomer generation fireplaces burning my stereo for playing young people music. At the end of the day, The Sims Bustin' Out may be 21 years old, but that's okay. It's aged decently for being 2 decades old now, unlike a lot of games from the 90s and early 2000s. I do recommend the game and give it a great score. It's worth checking out, whether on the PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, or Xbox. I'd honestly recommend the GameCube version for emulation, though, to help avoid technical problems with the PS2 version. None of the less, The Sims Bustin' Out was a lot of fun, and hearing all that music in-game took me back to my childhood. I was 9 when this game came out. I played it many years later after The Sims 2 for PS2, renting it like crazy from a local video store. Good times. Good times. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all next time.